Let me guess, you're posting content every day, you've sprayed out a million cold DMs, you've bought all the courses, you've joined all the programs, and yet your Stripe account still looks like this. The doubt creeps in, the motivation starts to drop, you start getting overwhelmed with the amount of tools and AI that's coming out nowadays, and the fear that you're falling behind completely kills your motivation. Trust me team, I know I've been there too. But here's the thing. If you don't fix this one critical element of your business, no amount of marketing is ever going to save you. Not your content, not your ads, not a fancy new funnel, not even ChatGPT. See, the reason you're stuck isn't because your content is shit or because your ads are shit. It's because your offer is. You know that feeling when you pick your phone up and you see some kid with half your skill set making 40 grand a week? That's not because he's worked harder than you. It's not because he's put in more hours than you. It's because he's built the right system. And at the core of that system is your conversion engine. Your offer. As a creator, you've probably been taught an ancient way of marketing. Create a load of content, try and build an audience, and then sell something to them. But this video is going to change your entire mindset when it comes to building, selling, and scaling a high-ticket offer forever. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 non-negotiable foundations that every 6-figure offer needs, how to build a program that aligns with your dream life, how to extract content, copy, and your program directly from your offer, and one thing that you can implement right now to start seeing results today. So if you know you have the skill set to make this work, but you're still broke, lock in. Let's get into the real work. So foundation 1, everything starts with the offer. And this is where the majority of creators actually mess up before they've even started. And I'm guilty of this too, right? They start off with content. Most creators do this. They'll make a load of reels. They might create a few lead magnets, start sending some emails, maybe post a few YouTube videos. And when they start to get a bit of traction, then they'll try and figure out what to sell. And if you're sat there thinking, yeah, that's pretty much what I've done, then it's no wonder that nothing you're doing is converting. You're essentially building a business with no foundations, no building blocks, no engine. Alex Hormozy once said, if the offer is right, everything else becomes easier. Your ads, your copy, your content. What you need to remember is your offer isn't just a component of your business. It's the foundation of everything, right? All of your marketing, your content, your sales process all stem from the offer. So if you get the initial offer wrong, no amount of marketing it can save it. Something that I like to tell my students in Creator X is that you can make the most beautiful carousel, most beautiful reels, most beautiful lead magnets. But if you literally have a turd of an offer, no one's going to buy it, regardless of how well you market it. Which is exactly why in Creator X, we actually build backwards. So what does that mean? Instead of posting a load of content and then trying to piece together an offer, we first create the offer. Okay, we nail the offer, we extract the messaging from our offer. I'm going to show you how to do this in this video. We then build content, for example, ads, lead magnets, reels, etc., that pre-sells that transformation in our offer. And then we layer in systems and automations to scale from there. And that's how you're able to build an offer that actually converts, even if you have a small audience, even if you don't post a load of content. It's because we've nailed that offer up front. Right, you've probably heard of the 80-20 rule, right? All over the internet, especially in the marketing space, okay? But it was written by this guy, Pareto. He's like an Italian philosopher. And essentially, Pareto's 80-20 rule says that 80% of your results should come from 20% of your effort. And in this instance, your offer is that 20%, okay? 80% of your business's results are going to come from that initial 20% of building your offer correctly. So getting it right is essential. I'm going to show you my exact framework that I use for building offers in this video, so stick around. So to wrap foundation 1 up, everything starts with the offer. We need to get the offer right. I can't stress how important that is. Let's move on to foundation 2. So we've just established that the offer is the foundation of everything we do. Marketing, sales, content, everything. But your offer still needs a vehicle, a business model that you can actually deliver value to clients through. Your business model is simply the way you deliver value and get paid. And in Creator X, we actually use something called the dream model. See, I'm a firm believer that your business should support your dream life, not the other way around. Business design equals lifestyle design. For example, when I first built Creator X, I wasn't actually that fussed about making money. I didn't mind if I made 100K a month or $1 million a month. I built Creator X to fit my dream life. Okay, this is me living my dream life. I built it so I could be free, I could have creative control over my entire business and travel and do whatever I wanted, basically. Okay, like eat the food I wanted to, travel to the places I wanted to, go for a pint with my mates when I wanted to, see my girlfriend when I wanted to, all of that fun stuff. Actually living the life I wanted to live, as opposed to working 18-hour days and grinding 24/7 like you see all these other gurus doing. And annoyingly, this is something I had to learn the hard way. When I was doing freelancing, agency work, consulting, it all looked great from the outside. It looked like I'd made it. But in reality, I was working like 16, sometimes 18-hour days, drowning in client calls, deliverables, all that horrible stuff. Which is why now, when I create offers for both myself and all my clients within Creator X, the first question we ask is not, what should I sell? Okay. Instead, it's what kind of life do I want to live? What actually energizes you? What makes you get out of bed in the morning and get excited? What are you actually really good at? I see a lot of people building businesses because it's the trending thing to do, because it's the most profitable business model, when in reality, they're actually not very good at it. So what are you actually good at? And what's a painful problem that you're uniquely positioned to solve? And these questions actually align with your ikigai, because the reality is, if you build a business that doesn't do these things, it doesn't energize you, you don't actually enjoy doing it, then you're not building freedom. Instead of escaping the rat race like you want to, you're just building yourself another job that you don't enjoy. Maybe you'll earn a little bit more money, maybe you'll get a bit more exposure, but you're still not free. We're here to build freedom. So a question to ask at this point is, can this business scale and still fit with the life that you want to live? And here's where a lot of people go wrong. Okay. They pick a business model that as it scales, it also scales in complexity. For example, things like freelancing, done for you services, even courses if you build it in the wrong way. The more clients you have, the more pressure you have. And the more pressure you have, the less freedom you have. Which is why inside CreatorX, we build something called a hybrid info product, which consists of a repeatable productized system. We're going to go over exactly what that means and how to build one in this video. One key transformation. Okay, we're not trying to solve everything in their lives. We're solving one key transformation, and one set of assets that deliver to clients at scale. Meaning that we're not having to come up with custom solutions every single time for our clients. It means that the assets we create are able to solve that one transformation for clients every single time. This way, we're not selling our time, we're just selling a transformation. Okay, I'm going to show you how this works. So, key takeaways from this section. Stop building custom services. Okay, and start creating productized solutions to solve one core painful problem. So now we've covered why we want to build our business, okay, for freedom as opposed to just making a load of money. We've also covered what business model to use, hybrid info products that we've just been over. Let's get into who we're building our product for and how to position it to get the right people to say yes. So now you have a clear offer and a clear business model. But a great product and a great business model does not guarantee sales at all. What a lot of creators will do is they'll build a really good product and expect it to kind of sell itself. And then when they release it, they quickly realize that it doesn't. You need to be able to communicate and market that product effectively. And for that, we need messaging that speaks directly to our target avatar. We need to understand exactly what problem our offer solves, who it solves it for, and how it solves it. And that's where foundation 3 comes in, the 4 P's of messaging. Number 1 is person, okay? Who is our offer really for? This has to be really specific, okay? I'm not talking about just creators or ambitious entrepreneurs. You need a specific human with a real struggle. For example, high-ticket creators who've built an audience but are stuck hovering around 5K a month. Number 2, we've got the problem. What is something that they're really feeling the pain of right now? Okay, what's something that's keeping them up at night? They literally can't stop thinking about it. Something that's really stressing them out. Scared their wife's going to leave them because they're too fat. Scared that they're wasting time. They're not going to see their kids grow up because they're spending too much time in the office. Scared that they're not living the life they should be because they can't figure out how to make money. That sort of thing. Because when you can describe people's pain better than they can, they end up trusting you to solve it. Thirdly, we've got the promise, okay? What is that dream outcome that they're looking for? Again, we can't be vague here. I'm not talking about freedom, okay, or clarity. They're very vague words. We've got to think about what that actually looks like in their mind, okay? For example, they want to hit 20K a month in the next 60 days with one streamlined offer without having to make content every day and grind for 20 hours. And number 4, and this one's very, very important, is your process, okay? What is your method for delivering these results? And how is it different to all the others on the market? This is your mechanism, your system, your framework, the method that makes you different from everyone else on the market. For example, we install the creator acquisition system, a 4-phase strategy that turns your personal brand into a scalable client acquisition system. Your process isn't just about what you do, it's about how you do it differently to everyone else. And in CreatorX, when we go through the 4 Ps, we end up with a summary statement that looks a little bit something like this. You might have seen something similar to this in other marketing courses and stuff like that. I help high-ticket creators who are stuck around 5K a month hit 20K a month in the next 60 days without having to post every day by installing the creator acquisition system. That's my summary statement. Now, before I show you exactly how to map out your offer in a way that gives you a clear client roadmap, as well as a complete one-pager for all of your marketing and messaging, there are a few critical elements that you need to know when it comes to building a high-ticket offer. This is foundation 4. Your offer must nail these 5 non-negotiables, because even if you miss one of these, your offer is not going to stand a chance in the market in 2025. Number 1, your offer needs to be singular, meaning that it solves one specific problem. For example, get more clients or eliminate 20 pounds of body fat. Your offer needs to solve one specific pain point that your audience really cares about. I see a lot of offers that try to fix people's marriages and their finances, so-called life coaches that try and fix everything. That doesn't work. You need to speak to one specific problem and solve it really well. Secondly, your offer needs to be evergreen, meaning that your pain point needs to be something that people are always going to want solving. So demand for your offer is never going to drop. For example, if you built a high ticket offer around drinking more water, I mean, that might be a pain point for some people, but it's not evergreen. It's not something that is urgent, pressing, and actually something people care about. 4 key areas to start with when you're looking for evergreen problems to solve are health, so losing weight, gaining muscle; wealth, managing your finances, setting your family up for the future; relationships, how to get more dates, how to be more intimate with your wife, stuff like that; and business, getting more clients, increasing cash flow, blah, blah, blah. Okay, those are the 4 key areas you want to look in when you're thinking about evergreen offers. Thirdly, your offer needs to be sequential, meaning that there needs to be a clear A to B path for your clients to take. So when you're pitching your offer to a client, they can see the exact path that they need to take to get from their current situation to their dream situation. So you can literally hop on a call and say, here's exactly how we get you the result. This is going to allow you to market your offer a whole lot easier. It's going to give your prospects clarity on exactly how your offer works. And it's going to allow you to scale your offer a lot easier because you have one A to B roadmap that all of your clients follow. Number 4, your offer needs to be productized, aka it's built for scale, meaning that it's designed to work for clients again and again and again, meaning you can onboard as many clients as you like and the client delivery process doesn't change. It's designed to work for clients over and over and over again, so that when we scale our business, we're not scaling complexity, like I said before. And number 5, your offer needs to be centralized. Okay. Remember, your offer is the heart of your content ecosystem, your entire ecosystem. All of your marketing, all of your sales process can be extracted from your core offer, which leads me on nicely to foundation 5, okay, the 3x3x3 roadmap. At this point, we have a good understanding of the foundations of our offer. We know exactly who it's for, we know what problem we're going to solve, and we know the transformation we're going to deliver. But here's something crucial to remember. People don't buy when they're confused. They buy when they can understand exactly what they're buying. So as a result, people don't buy complicated offers. They buy clear, structured transformations. And that's exactly what we're building here with the 3x3x3 roadmap. Because if your audience doesn't understand exactly what they're getting, how it works, and why it matters, you're going to lose them. And that's why we use the 3x3x3 roadmap to turn your offer into a visual roadmap so your audience can actually see it and understand it instantly. We split your offer up into 3 stages. Each of those 3 stages has 3 modules, and each of those modules has 3 actionable tasks within them. Now, this might sound complicated, but I promise you it's really not. And once we do it once, it serves as the foundation for our entire offer. So first up, we're going to split our offer up into 3 stages. Okay, foundations, systems, and scaling. The foundations set the stage for your transformation, okay? Things like onboarding, getting people ready, and teaching them the basics. Systems is where we install our repeatable processes. And scaling is where we set the stage for ongoing transformation and sustainability. Let me show you a real life example. So let's say you have a fitness offer, okay? We're splitting our offer up into the 3 steps. And within each of those 3 steps, we have 3 modules, okay? You see the 3x3 here, okay? So within foundations, we might have goal setting, okay? Laying the foundations, goal setting. We might have substitutes, okay? Which foods are we going to swap out for which foods, okay? Again, laying the foundations for success. And thirdly, we might have workout planning, okay? Once we have these foundations set, we can move on to systems, okay? For example, calorie tracking, progress tracking, and progressive overload. Okay. And once we've installed these systems so they understand how to work out, they understand the foundations, then we can go on to scaling and making sure that they succeed long term. For example, accountability systems, meal prepping, okay, more sustainable way of eating healthy, okay, and recovery so that they don't burn out or like tear a muscle or something. So that's our 3x3 roadmap, okay? And you can see, if I'm a fitness coach and I have a prospect asking me how my offer works, I can show them this roadmap, okay? And it tells them exactly every single step that they need to take to achieve the result. They can visually see it. They can understand how my offer works. And then finally, within each of these modules, we break it down into actionable steps. So for example, within workout planning, we might say, we'll plan out the warm-ups, we'll plan out the strength training, and we'll plan out the cardio. Okay. What this does is it packages our entire client roadmap into a visual, tangible roadmap that your clients can see and understand. And it also means that your entire marketing strategy is now hosted on a one-pager. Now we have a load of content ideas and we have a client roadmap that guarantees results. Okay, we can extract our lead magnets, our modules, our carousels, reels, school posts, YouTube videos, all from this roadmap. We're never going to run out of content ideas, and that content is going to be aligned with our core offer. You might be saying, Sam, this seems a little bit complicated. What's the point? Can't I just, get ChatGPT to make my marketing materials for me? And you can. But here's why we do it. It's because the modern customer journey has completely changed. It used to be that you could just run ads to a VSL, people would watch the VSL, and then opt in to book a call. That's not how people do things anymore. Today, buyers don't move in straight lines. The client journey zigzags across different platforms and different touch points. For example, the customer journey now might be they see one of your reels or one of your ads, then they see your Instagram story, which pushes them to a YouTube video. From your YouTube video, they join your email list, then they see a landing page, then they decide to DM you, then they watch another video, and then they book a call, okay? Your messaging has to be consistent throughout your reels, your YouTube videos, your Instagram stories, everything. Because if one reel is saying one thing and a YouTube video is saying a completely different thing, you're going to lose people. And that's the beauty of the 3x3x3 framework. It gives you instant clarity on what content to make, what language to use, what copy to use, so that all of your lead magnets, school posts, carousels, the messaging is consistent throughout all of them. So now you have a clear client roadmap and a marketing one-pager. So you now understand the architecture of a six-figure offer. But here's something you need to realize, okay? A killer offer on its own is not enough. You can have the best offer in the world and the best messaging in the world, but if no one knows about it and understands it clearly, you're not going to make any sales. And that's why in the next video, we're going to run through exactly how to turn your Instagram into a client generating machine. And finally, let me break something down for you. Okay. If you're watching this series and you're thinking, this seems like a pretty easy way to make a few quid. I've already got a few followers. I'm going to do something on the side. This ain't for you. I'm not here to teach you how to be an influencer. I'm here to build the world's best creator brands. And if that's not you, you probably didn't make it this far in the video, to be honest. But if you did, then I've got some homework for you. So here's your next move. Join the school community below and answer these 4 questions in the community tab. Number 1, what's the singular essential problem that your offer solves? Number 2, who's it for? Be specific. For example, not anyone that wants to make money. Number 3, what's the clear outcome that you help them to achieve? And number 4, what is your unique system or process that helps them to get there? Drop your answers in the chat. I'm personally going to go through and give you some feedback, because this is how we build scalable, conversion-proof offers. I know how frustrating this shit can be, and that's exactly why I built Creator X, for creative founders like you and me. And if you've made it this far in the video, you're part of that 1% of action takers, which tells me that you are exactly who I built this series for. In episode 3, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn your Instagram into an automated lead generation machine that keeps running while you're asleep, builds trust on autopilot, and turns reels and stories into DM conversations every single day. But if you're the type to just skip the queue and you want to learn everything now, you can learn more about Creator X on the first page of the free community. Drop a comment. I always love to hear what you guys like about these videos and what you don't. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.